We often avoid those uncomfortable thoughts, feelings, and memories by suppressing or ignoring them, but they do not disappear. Instead, they persist in our subconscious and manifest in our personality and how we see ourselves and how we interact with the world. Hi, guys, my name is Isha, and today I'm going to talk about shadow work. So, first of all, what is our shadow? Our shadow is the hidden part of us which we deny, hide, or reject about ourselves. It's called shadow because it remains hidden from our conscious awareness. And it often holds the traits in us which contradict our self image and societal expectations. They may include our negative traits like anger, guilt, greed, envy, or positive traits also like intuition, creativity, which we may have suppressed over years due to life circumstances. Psychologist Carl Jung described the shadow self as the dark side of the psyche, neither inherently bad nor evil, but often neglected or misunderstood. So by shedding lights on those hidden aspects of ourselves, we open to we open doors to healing, acceptance, creativity, and a more harmonious life. So the shadow work is to bring those suppressed personality traits back to our consciousness and learn to accept, resolve, and heal those hidden parts of ourselves. And this whole process involves recognizing, accepting, and integrating those hidden aspects of our life. Suppressing our shadow and keeping it buried takes a significant amount of energy. However, when we release it, we unlock profound healing and free up an immense reserve of energy. For example, once we expose our fears, we can let them guide us towards bravery. Once we acknowledge our aggression, we can channelize the energy into an achievement in our life. So, it is the key to healing your past wounds and hardships of your life, and it frees you from the self imposed limitations by eliminating your sabotaging behavior. So, shadow work helps us with emotional healing by helping us confront, process, and release those pent up emotions and unresolved conflicts which may be holding us back since years or since our childhood. So, this work can also help us uncover what some call the gold in your shadow bag, your inner strength and resources that you didn't realize you had before. So basically, those repressed artistic impulses and untapped talents comes into light. Shadow work reduces projection, making you less likely to be triggered by others' personality traits and quirks. So only by fully loving and accepting ourselves can we truly love and accept others. And as you become aware of your projections or your unconscious biases, you can engage with others more authentically and empathetically. So basically, shadow works empower you to take care of your wellness journey by addressing the root causes of issues. So rather than focusing solely on symptoms like anxiety or unhealthy relationships, it delves into the underlying factors driving them. It encourages individuals to be more present, aware, and in tune with their emotions and reactions. And as beautifully said by psychologist Carl Jung, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. The shadow resides within us all, yet only few have the courage to bring it into the light. So let's talk about how to begin your journey of shadow self. First and foremost, start shadow journaling. You can start with finding the answers of the shadow prompts available on the internet or Pinterest, or you can think of your own, like in those uncomfortable moments. What am I feeling? Why am I feeling this? And is it any past memory associated with this emotion? Whatever comes up, write it down. Do an audio recording. Do not overthink or judge yourself. Let your shadow self feel that she is very well heard. And only by bringing it to light can heal a lot of those pent up emotions in you. Next is start spotting your shadow in the moment, which means pay attention to those triggers. Triggers remind us of our past traumas, which are usually associated with our shadow. So, those triggers are messages to help us realize our shadow wants to be seen. You can spot your shadows by noticing yourself projecting also. So, for example, if someone is constantly criticizing others for being late, it could be a projection of their own fear of being judged for their own tardiness or inability to manage time effectively. You can meditate to observe those triggers as in those emotional reactions without judging them. When emotions arise, just allow yourself to fully experience them without resistance. Next is start an inner dialogue, which means to resolve those unresolved part of yours, start an inner conversation. Ask your shadow some questions and wait for an answer. Keep an open mind, be patient even if it feels weird, and take note of the answer and make sure that you are listening without judgment. And last but not the least, avoid shaming your shadow, which means acceptance without judgment of good or bad, right or wrong, or whatever. Rather than feeling embarrassed or rejecting these traits, embracing them with acceptance allows for deeper self awareness and healing. And shame only reinforces suppression, while compassion facilitates healing and personal growth. So, in a nutshell, our shadow represents our wounded self, the parts of us that were hurt but never fully processed. So, instead, these experiences were repressed or suppressed into our subconscious. This often happens as a way to protect ourselves from further pain, especially when we lack the tools or understanding to cope at the time. So, embracing your shadow self can become one of the most empowering and transformative acts of self love. That's all for today. Bye bye. See you in my next video. Bye.